Vbeast guys, what's up? What's going on? It's not as sunny as I would hope it was today. As I hope it, you know, I don't speak very well, obviously. I had to laugh at myself. It is not as sunny as I was hoping today. It's actually very cloudy. Awkward looking. It's a little chilly, 68 degrees, and I'm only wearing my Vbeast hoodie and my vest underneath. Oh my goodness. Some of you are going to recognize where I am riding through, because I'm going to go a different way. I just feel like riding a little bit today. There was a subscriber who said, hey man, you're going through this area. I know that area. And he was exactly right. Maybe some of you know. Hopefully some of you locals can figure out where I'm at. The Milwaukee 8. Yes, I've done a video on the Milwaukee 8, and I did a review on it. Oh, yeah, that's one thing I wanted to clear up. I found out in the review when I said the Street Glide that I rode, the Milwaukee 8 107, turned like a piece of garbage. I didn't exactly say that, but I said it was crap at turning. Turns out, most likely, that the front tire was low in air pressure, so I'm actually looking to maybe ride another one. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But, you know, I've had that problem before. Anybody who has ridden motorcycles and you got that weird heavy feeling in the front, I don't know why it didn't click, but yeah, somebody had mentioned it, and that's when it clicked, and I was like, oh yeah, I've actually had that happen to me because I didn't pay attention to my front wheel tire pressure. But anyways, clearing that up. So, yeah, the Milwaukee 8, the first year of its run, hasn't been out that long, and there has already been some bugs. Yes, there's been some bugs, people. You know, that's expected with just about any first-time engine. But the problem is, well, before I get to the actual problem, which is speculatory, I don't know, it's all speculative. I don't even know if these are real words. But, ooh, I gotta go to this roundabout. Let me just, yeah, you gotta yield, thank you very much. Okay, so, yeah, people are having to replace, or Harley Davidson is actually replacing their engine, a brand new engine. I've heard so far, 300 miles replaced, 1,000 miles replaced. Problems? It's something to do with the oiling systems. They don't know if it's the oil pump, which is supposed to be far superior, pumps more, higher pressure, all that good stuff. Yes, but they may have not done enough R&D on that. But people are having to replace their engines, or, well, Harley Davidson is, and they're doing it free of charge, which is no big deal, you know. That is awesome that they're doing that, and they should do that. I mean, seriously? I buy a brand new bike, and 1,000 miles later, it just decides it's gonna leak oil all over the place and blow up. Now, their oiling system is a lot different from the twin cam. Anybody who knows, one of the common problems, like, I keep saying common problems, but if anybody knows a twin cam or a Sportster engine, they know that the crank breather holes are at the top of the engine, and then those feed into the intake manifold, or the filter is. And especially a Sportster, if a Sportster is ran really hard, the oil, or the blow by, which people call it blow by, it's just the oil vapors that is kind of built up. You can look it up. It's just what happens to an engine. There's you know, blow by, or oil that accumulates, and it has to go somewhere, and Harley reroutes it into the air filter, and sometimes it's so much that it starts puking oil, perhaps you could say, or spitting oil, because the filter gets like really saturated because the oil's coming out and it's not actually going into the throttle body where it should be going because it's over. Anyways, you can look that up. So it's not that on the Milwaukee 8. The Milwaukee 8, they didn't run it back into the the throttle body, they ran that system back into the, I believe, the transmission case, which is completely fine. You know, it's going back into the engine and it's taking all of that crankcase pressure and relieving it, so there is more power, and you know, there's no robbing of power from the excess pressure in the cylinder heads and whatnot. So it's not that, you know, it's not leaking from the filter like on a twin cam or a Sportster. So what the heck is it? I mean, people are saying they're leaking oil. I don't know, is it their seal? Is it the seal between the case and the transmission? Who knows? But they do have a problem going on, and you know, only time will tell what it actually is. But on the forums, there are people saying, you know, this has happened to them, and I'm also hearing in other places. So yeah. Now, how much is this going to affect Harley Davidson? I mean, this is their first brand new engine, or their first, I don't know how to say it. How is this going to affect Harley Davidson? I mean, this is their a new engine in, you know, years. And they said this is their most R&D'd engine they've ever made. And, you know, it shows. There's a lot of cool things that they did put into the Milwaukee, or the M8. I'm just going to make it short, to the M8. And it's fantastic, you know. Of course, the 4 valves per cylinder. That's great. That is completely great. But who knows what's going to happen, you know. Are people going to be turned off? Actually, they are going to be turned off. How can I say that? I actually know. Yes, I do know. Someone I know went to go test ride the Milwaukee. Oh, dang it, I said I was going to shorten it. They went to go test ride the M8, and they loved it. They ran the crud out of it, and it was a fantastic performing engine. They liked it. But one of their friends recently bought one, and guess what they already did? They have already had to replace the M8 engine. Oh my gosh, on a brand new 2017. They already replaced it. And get this, I think it was a couple of times, he said, already twice. I don't know. I think it was one. I don't know. It's just once that I'm for sure of. But he did say Harley Davidson gave him a bike for a rental or whatever, a free rental. It's not really a rental, but it's free. They gave it to him, kind of a loaner. They gave him a loaner. He was going on a trip, and it was an M8. From what I understand is that thing didn't even make it back. It also had problems as well. Same issues. You know, Harley's got a problem on their hands. Now, I don't know if it's, you know, isolated to a certain number in the manufacturing process. You know, like, you know, this serial number through this serial number. Maybe that's its effect. You know, that it was affected by that. Maybe that's going to be the effect. Something went wrong with the machining. You know, like a decimal point was moved. I mean, that would actually be a lot. So maybe a number was left out at the very end of the, you know, 100,000ths of an inch or something like that, and it kind of messed something up. I don't know. Who knows? But the engine is definitely having a problem, and I would like to go talk to one of the techs at our local Harley Davidson dealer. And wow, traffic is a mess here. When it's the first of something, especially an engine, there's usually going to be bugs in it. I mean, they could research and development until their faces are blue, until they, you know, whatever. They could do it as long as they want. But the problem is, ooh, that's a cool road. Oh man, I got to go down there. Look at that. But yeah, the problem is, it's not like on a motorcycle, I think it's worse than like a car or a truck, because on a motorcycle, it's not like they could go, hey, let me just take this motorcycle out that we developed and ride it around our, you know, local streets and highways and stuff. They can't do that because, you know, like on a car and a truck, they can put like this blocky foam stuff on it and cover it up with plastic and all these different things to really take the shape out of the vehicle so you have no idea what it looks like. You know what I mean? You can't do that to a motorcycle. I mean, what are they going to do? They could put like a real tiny gas tank on it and some weird looking colors, and I mean, but then it won't really ride like it's supposed to, you know. So what they do is, you know, they're testing them on a closed track, so no one can see what's going on. So it's not like real world situations. I mean, they also put it on a dynamometer or a dyno, and you know, do all that stuff, but it's not really real world stuff. So, you know, the 107 is gonna have its issues. If anybody's really looking to buy one, I mean, you can go ahead and buy one, but you know, dive in feet first or head first or whatever the saying is, and you know, do your thing. But like I said before, yeah, whoa, that dude is hauling. Woo! Wow, that guy was going really fast. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well. Oh yeah. By the time I release this video, I will have a new shirt that's coming out, or a new logo that's coming out. I'm still gonna have this right here, but on the back it's gonna have a picture of a motorcycle that I love a lot, by the guys at HMD 520. They do a lot of custom victories. Actually, that's what they do, is custom victories. Check them out. They do some really nice work. But they were at a Texas Lone Star Rally in Galveston, and I was able to snap a great picture of their white Victory cross country with like a miniature fairing on it. So what I did was I took the photo that I have, and I did my Photoshop business, stuck it on the back of the shirt, and put one of my sayings on there. Oh, before I forget and open my garage and go back inside, if you want any of this Vbeast gear, just go into the description below, go to my Zazzle store, pick out what you want. And as always, starting of now, I guess, eat, sleep, ride till the wheels fall off. This has been another random weekday video by your very own Vbeast. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Most of all, have a